for the Red Raiders. Mack and Gray combined for 50 in the loss to the Lady Raiders on the February 1st, and they're going to need a third score tonight if they're going to get better on the offensive end. Cowgirls on offense first. Open three, and D'Souza gets the Cowgirls on the board first.
Well, that's big right there, because obviously when you play Oklahoma State, you're going to pay attention to Gray and also Mack inside. So those shots are available on the half court. That's a good start for the Cowgirls.
Gray thought about it, kicks it over to Asbury for three. That's good. And speaking of threes, the Cowgirls hit their first two after going 1 of 23 in Fort Worth the other night.
Yeah, obviously huge, and hopefully it's contagious if you're thinking in terms of Jim Littell. And that's big for Asbury. She probably has the most upside in terms of knocking down those threes, Mike, but she is 1 of 18 from three-point range over the last 5 games, so that's huge.
Brewer with the left hand around and drops, and the Red Raiders are on the board.
In the first meeting in Lubbock, obviously we talked about all the threes that Tech hit, but it's centered around Brittany Brewer. I mean, she is a big-time player, had 27 points, 10 rebounds, 7 blocks against the Cowgirls. She was able to get great position inside in that game and hit on that last possession as well.
Cowgirls get good position on the offensive glass. Second chance won't go when a foul called, as we take a look at what to watch for here tonight.
Yeah, for Tech, we've kind of alluded to it. You know, they want to get the tempo up. Coach Stallings wants to push it, and then they're great in their spacing. Oklahoma State's got to be aware of that. And then for Oklahoma State, you just mentioned it, Mike. A third Cowgirl's got to help out Mack and Vivian Gray. And if you're going to be a good team like Texas Tech, who is on the rise right now and playing very confidently.
Officials tonight: Felicia Grenner, Brenda Pintoa, and Eric Bruton. Already a couple of quick whistles on Texas Tech. Into Mack, 6'2", Cowgirls early on. Taken away and taken back.
Nice job of Fields right there after the turnover. Hustle play to get it back.
Gray cutting, drives up and off the glass, no good. Rebound Brewer.
And Vivian Gray constantly moving on the offensive end, looking for those opportunities. Oklahoma State, no matter, Mike, if she's scoring a big way or not, they've got to run their offense through Vivian Gray.
Brewer turns and fires, and she's got all 4 Red Raider points.
So there's the dilemma. She gets great post position inside, and then she can really knock down that mid-range shot and use her size to go over the top with that soft touch.
Out of bounds, last touched by Texas Tech.
This is a really good matchup between Brewer and Mack, and 2 elite centers at the collegiate basketball level. That first matchup, those 2 combined for 57 points.
Mack, nice strong move in the lane, and she's on the scoreboard.
Nice job of Mack right there. As soon as she caught, there was no hesitation, and it went right at Brewer.
Red Raiders put up their first 3 and knock it down. That was Lexi Gordon. Averages 11.7 on the season.
Yeah, Gordon as good as they have in terms of knocking down the shot. Very good at finding windows on the perimeter to make herself available.
Mack tries the reverse. It's no good. It is Lady Raider basketball.
This is what they'll do to you offensively. You get the drive right there by Carr, who's terrific at setting up teammates. It's a little penetrating pitch. Allows Gordon to knock it down.
Missed by Adams on the 3. She had 8 of those 23s in Lubbock on the 1st of February. Pass inside, layup good for D'Souza. She's got 5 points. Cowgirls lead by 3.
And a good job of Oklahoma State right there, being opportunistic in terms of pushing the basketball in transition.
Good dish from Carr to Brewer for the layup.
And that's the dilemma with Tech also. Is well known for knocking down shots, but enough players that can put it on the deck and force help situations.
Mack's miss, rebounded by D'Souza. Mack gets it back and banks it in.
Nice job of Asbury. I mean, she did a terrific job of continuing to go to the basket until Brewer committed. That allowed the dump down to Mack.
Brewer misses this time. Rebound, Natasha Mack. Asbury drives, a little bit too strong. Offensive board and a putback. Cowgirls crashing the offensive glass. D'Souza with her second in 2 trips down the floor.
Maybe D'Souza will be that third Cowgirl tonight. Known more as a defender that is athletic and has good energy.
Adams, splash from 3.
And Adams, as you mentioned, she can score in bunches. Had those 8 threes against Oklahoma State in Lubbock. Last 3 games, though, she struggled from long range, just 4 of 24. And she's not going to be shy about putting them up.
Gray finds Mack. She lays it in. Some points in the paint for the Cowgirls.
Yeah, crisp ball movement right now for Oklahoma State. Hard cutting.
Brewer answers for Texas Tech.
So it's interesting, you know, Oklahoma State gave up those 23s in the first matchup. Jim Littell's team is a very nice defensive team. When you're playing this Tech team that can really score offensively, the Tech struggles on the defensive end. And you see right now, both these teams able to get into some flow offensively.
Mack with a miss. 2-point game. More than halfway through the opening period. 3 from the wing. That's good. Gordon with her second, and Texas Tech has the lead.
I really like Carr, the sophomore, because she pushes right there, Mike, and then Gray stops her, and she doesn't get too deep or make a mistake. She lets the play develop, and that allows Gordon to get open.
She had 13 assists, just 3 turnovers in the win in Lubbock earlier this year.
Yeah, 3rd in the Big 12 in all games in assists, 2nd in conference play. She's definitely one of the best playmakers in the league.
Adams dumps it down. Brewer, boy, she just turns and fires. She's already in double figures.
And she has it all. Back to the basket, mid-range, and then the right there, kind of mid-post area, able to face up and go over the top of Mack, who leads the Big 12 in block shots. Well, both these teams scoring a little bit here, Mike. Nice play from Gray to Mack. But Texas Tech up 3 here early.
Josiah, how you doing? Dominique, Nadia.
What if I go into labor in your car?
Why do I keep self-sabotaging myself?
Parts of science can be kind of confusing.
Really?
Thank you, honey.
So Joe's on the beatbox.
You haven't asked for my advice, but I'll just offer it.
Thank you.
So great. 4 stars, okay?
Living with joint pain. Take the first step at mercy.net/cowboysortho.
Everything happens for a reason. Man, if I hear that one more time. Special children only go to special parents. That's another good one.
Shortly after birth, Maggie was diagnosed with a rare genetic brain disorder. Many thought she didn't have much time here with us. She has had her share of hardships, but she's 10 now.
The truth is, we don't know how much time we have with her, so we focus on today.
We know there is one thing she can do. Smile.
ADM milling is really a part of the fabric of the Enid community. So if we were to have lost them, it would have been more than the 70 jobs that they employ.
OG&E, the City of Enid, and the Enid Regional Development Alliance were all great to work with. Not only does it allow for the growth of the new mill, but also the power is there to make that happen for the future.
How we build cowboys. First, give them space. Expose them to new things. Show them it's not about them, it's others before self. Allow them to fall. Ouch. Show them how to get back up. Dust off. Ignite curiosity so it burns bright. Brighter. Whoa, that's bright. Teach them to lead with their heads and their hearts. Let them get carried away with big dreams to impact the world well beyond their 4 years. That's how we build cowboys.
Welcome back to Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus. I'm Jessica Maury. The Oklahoma State Cowgirls have lost back-to-back games, one to Baylor and one to TCU. So earlier this week, Jim Littell thought, you know what might be fun? Why don't we take the team bowling? So the entire team, including the staff and the coaches, all went bowling. A great way to refresh the girls' minds, give them a little bit of a break, and let them bond as a team. The girls said it was extremely beneficial to have that time together where they could kind of relax and just have fun with each other. And I learned that not a lot of the girls are very good at bowling, but I think they could probably beat me and Brendan and Mike.
Thanks, Jessica.
Well, hey, Jessica, have you ever seen Mike and I bowl?
That's right.
You can't make statements
bowled at 154 when I was 8 years old. Should have gone pro.
Well, I don't believe you unless you have video proof. I would have thought, I mean, Vivian Gray, once she bowled a few frames, would be a solid bowler.
Oh, yeah. The lap inside.
You know, one of the reasons that Oklahoma State is 5-9 in the league is you didn't have Natasha Mack for basically 4 straight games. And as good as she is, you know how that can impact the team. And then Cassidy DeLapp, who's a terrific post player in her own right, really understands the system and intelligent, missed 7 games. And so not to make excuses, because everybody goes through adversity and you have to overcome that. But you got to imagine Oklahoma State having 3 close losses here at home, but those 2 being out, what position they would be in. And there's DeLapp again. Just her 3rd game back before she got injured, Mike. 21 points against Iowa State.
Yeah, well, that was the game Matt got injured 3 minutes in, and DeLapp really stepped up.
And that's why, if you're Oklahoma State and you could put a little run here the last 2 weeks of the season, well, those are things that will factor in with the NCAA tournament committee.
Red Raiders inside as Carr delivers.
She really has all 3 levels, because she shoots the 3 well enough that you've got to extend. And then she got a little mid-range game too. You saw right there.
Gray, a little bit short. That second free throw, incidentally, by Dennis, nullified by a lane violation from D'Souza. Gordon misses from 3. And here come the Cowboys.
A better job of Oklahoma State right there, finding Gordon in transition and extending out a contestant.
Good block out by Texas Tech. They lead it by 3 as we approach the 1-minute mark. Now lead it by 6 as Carr gets another one.
Yeah, there it is right there. I mean, she can really play, and the beauty of it for Coach Stallings is that she is just a sophomore. You've got Vivian Gray on her, trying to use her size to keep in front, and not poorly defended by any means. Just an excellent shot and a great play from a very good offensive player in Carr.
24-18 Texas Tech. Lady Raiders' largest lead here tonight. Foul called on Gordon. And Brewer checks back in for Texas Tech. Brewer already with 10 points, 5 of 8 from the field. Defending the lap, a little bit strong. Rebound, Lady Raiders.
You see right there, Brewer, she misses it. See how well she runs the floor, and that is a tough catch. And because of where the pass was deep towards the backboard, she had to get up quickly. But that shows you how agile and athletic that Brewer is.
Around and out from 3, and that'll do it for quarter number 1. After 1, it's Texas Tech 24, Oklahoma State 18. You're watching Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
So you gonna hit me on this?
Yeah. Tech senior Brittany Brewer in double figures already, and she makes it look effortless.
Can really play. Great length, size obviously, but very skilled, more athletic than I think that you realize. And she can do it from all over the floor. Just has tremendous court awareness. I mean, there's the turnaround right there. And this, a lot of it is on Natasha Mack, who's one of the best defenders, not only in the Big 12, but in the country. But at 6'5", does such a good job sealing you up the lane, and then obviously stepping out and hurting you there. I mean, just a very difficult matchup. And then Tech in the half court does such a good job of going 4 out, 1 in, and spacing around you.
Well defended that time by the Cowgirls. Gerlich, who saw significant minutes in the last game, gets it back. 3 is off the mark. Mack inside, that won't go. Cowgirls getting second chances, but not able to convert that trip down.
One thing Oklahoma State did not do, or wasn't able to do, is to get Vivian Gray going in the first half. And she did have 3 assists. And even though she didn't score, you got to keep running your offense through her in the half court. because of all the attention that she draws.
Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Oklahoma State. Minute and a second gone by here in the second as the freshman Fields checks back in for Bryn Gerlich. Gray finds Mack, and it falls over the front of the rim.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, good job with Gray. When you have 5 seconds on the shot clock, you get it in. Enough time to get going downhill. And obviously, with the attention that she draws, you can force that help. And Mack there to deliver.
Good pass. And Brewer scores again.
And something I think that Tech does really well also around Brewer is they will overload a side and take away that weak side help.
And Vivian Gray with her first bucket. And Coach Littell talked about Tech's spacing on the offensive end and how they space so well. Gray a little strong. Cowgirls keep it alive. And Gray draws a reach.
And watch this last possession offensively for Tech. You'll notice that you've got a lot of bodies either at the top of the key or to the right-hand side for Tech. And that clears out the weak side help. And then as we talked about, Brewer does such a great job of walking that defender up the lane and getting that good post position. And then when the ball's passed, she doesn't release that defender too early. And so that leads to an easy basket. And you know it's coming when you play Tech. This is very difficult to defend.
Another foul on the Lady Raiders. This one on Carr. Second team foul here in the second quarter. Boogie Johnson back on for Coach Stallings. Shot clock at 7. Gray whips it, gets it back, shoots a 3, short. Mack with a putback attempt, it won't go. And the Lady Raiders fight and pull down the rebound.
There's been a couple of looks where Gray has rushed her shot. And she has such a hard time getting good looks within a game because defenses are keyed on her. Sometimes you got to slow down just a touch. You saw it on a layup and you saw it in that last three-point shot.
And a turnover there. Gray looking to find a teammate, didn't do so.
Yeah, sped up a little bit right there. Vivian Gray has had a ton put on her this season. Not just offensively, but defensively as well. Oklahoma State's probably most sound, solid, intelligent defender. Without that third score that Jim Littell has been trying to find all season, that's put a lot of pressure on Gray to have to take a lot of tough shots that maybe she normally wouldn't take.
With an offensive board and a putback for D'Souza.
Again, thinking about that third score. D'Souza 9 points already here in the first half.
Cowgirls with 10 offensive rebounds, 4 by D'Souza. Mack with a defensive board there. Gray has her shot swatted, gets it back, steps inside the arc and ties the game.
The strength of Vivian Gray's offensive game in terms of scoring is probably that mid-range. We saw right there. The block shot goes right back to her, but it allowed her to get that rhythm, pull up, jumper, dribble.
3 from the corner, air ball. Cowgirls with a chance to go back in front. Three-pointer won't go. Brewer turns, fires, gets that one to drop.
Well, it's such a tough assignment when you're isolated like Mac is on Brewer, when she has the versatility in her score.
She already has 14 points, and you know she's a Lisa Leslie Award Watch finalist for the top center in women's college basketball, and she's played 6 games against other Lisa Leslie finalists, averaging 21.5, 9.5 boards, and 3.8 blocks.
Well, she's the real deal. Well, this is the first time I've seen her in person, and Brittany Brewer can flat out score and has Tech up 2 here in Stillwater.
Let's take it. .442 to go in the half. Texas Tech leading Oklahoma State by 2. And here's a look at the Lady Raiders' resume at this juncture of the season.
Well, there's no question that Marlene Stallings' team is on the up and up. A big win against Iowa State the other day. A non-conference schedule that wasn't particularly challenging in terms of building that resume, but they're a much better team than an RPI 135. And when you look at the difference between Tech and Oklahoma State's non-conference was murderer's row. The NCAA Tournament Committee, both men's and women's, have emphasized the last several years, and I think that they have stuck to it. That you gotta go play people, and sometimes go play them on the road. But I think Tech, with the way that they're playing and the way the schedule lays out, I mean, it's not impossible.
No.
This is a good basketball team that's gotten better and better. And I'll tell you something else. Coach Stallings' team has played Baylor both times close and better than anybody else in the league.
Right.
And that's all you need to know in terms of what type of ball club this is.
Gray misses. Cowgirls out rebounding Texas Tech 25-14. here in the first half. And this second quarter, much different than what we saw in Lubbock in the first meeting when Texas Tech outscored the Cowgirls 37-10.
Yeah, in the second and third quarter, Texas Tech scored a combined 72 points. I don't know if in the NBA All-Star game the other night if one of those teams combined in 2 consecutive quarters for 72 points.
DeLapp back in. Free throws coming up for Tech is Naila Dillard, freshman from Sacramento, knocks down the first.
And with Sydney Goodson being out right now with that lower leg injury, that's propelled Dillard into more minutes. She played 17 minutes at Iowa State on Sunday. It was really good, solid.
And DeLapp on the feed from Gray lays it in.
Nice hard cut down the lane right there from DeLapp, showing some versatility of her own right there.
Gray defending, forces the miss.
Although Oklahoma State, they've got to find more scoring, not just tonight, but down the stretch here in February. But how they're going to win games is defending and rebounding. That's what it's going to come down to.
DeLapp blocked by Brewer. Brewer came into the night with 111 blocks on the season. Stripped and stolen. Offensive foul.
Yeah, nice defense right there from Tucker. And here comes Fields, and no question right there. Fields was trying to find a way to get the ball to D'Souza, but Texas Tech did a good job of catching up defensively and getting back. And if you're Fields, you just got to slow up and take what the defense gives. Young freshman turns it over.
Brewer thought about the pass and then reset and switched it.
I'm telling you, DeLapp was right there. You can't defend it any better. And again, Brewer, that length, gets the ball high. If I mentioned, I think she could really play offensively. Yeah, man.
Shot clock under 10 for Oklahoma State. They trail by 4 here in the second quarter. DeLapp, 17-footer, won't go. Lady Raiders able to save it. Brewer again. 18 points on 9 of 14 shooting.
Again, overloading that right-hand side. Taking away that weak side help.
Tough move inside by Vivian Gray. Gray now with half a dozen, with 3 of 13 from the field.
Jim Littell showing zone right here. You know what Tech's going to do in the half court against man-to-man. 4 out, 1 in around Brewers. It's a little bit different look.
Shot short. DeLapp had it for a moment, but taken away by Texas Tech. Shot clock expires.
Yeah, nice little coaching move right there from the veteran Jim Littell. It's the reason he's won 800 games, right? I mean, just you're getting a little bit of a grinder here the last minute and a half of this first half. Good tweak right there in that possession.
Miss from 3. Texas Tech to play for the final shot of the half. Foul out front on Jamie Asbury.
It'll be solid if you Oklahoma State right here.
Brewer has it partially blocked. Cowgirls can get one off. Gray's got to shoot it and does. And it's short.
Better, and they need to rebound better. They're getting out rebound 27-19. She said it's one of their strengths, and they're not doing well right now, guys.
All right, thanks, Jessica. Yeah, what's not to love about the way Brittany Brewer has played in the first half, and she starts right where she left off here in the third.
Well, I think you have to consider, if you're Jim Littell, dropping somebody in her lap, doubling down, and maybe you're selective about that in terms of personnel for Tech, because you don't want to leave good three-point shooters wide open, but you almost have to force their hand and get it out of her hands.
Around and out, rebound Tech. Three-pointer won't go. Asbury grabs the rebound.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Gordon wide open in transition.
And D'Souza in double figures with 11.
Oklahoma State has done a nice job when the opportunity has been there, pushing in transition.
Asbury went for the steal. Three from the corner, no good. Gray up ahead. And a three-point opportunity coming up.
Well, D'Souza continuing to fill up her point total. Nice job of sprinting the floor right here. And then Fields, we talked about in the first half, maybe getting a little overzealous, going too deep in transition. This time she lets the play develop. Nice job of waiting on D'Souza to come down the middle of the lane right there.
Brown kicks it out. Three-pointer is good for Dillard.
And Oklahoma State shows zone right there, which I like. But you've got to extend back out on shooters. I think it'll help you with Brewer in the zone. But Dillard, a young freshman who shoots it well, 35% from three-point range, wide open right there.
Tough shot off the glass and good for D'Souza.
It seems like every time that she's touched the ball since that first three-point make, that she has played with tremendous confidence.
Brewer now with 22 with an answer for Tech. That last bucket by D'Souza gives her a career high with 16.
Their only other two double-figure scoring games in conference play came both times against Oklahoma.
Mack inside.
Yeah, good steal right there by Mack. Got Brewer up the lane, good catch and finish.
Seeing some offense here in the third.
Yeah, Gordon right there, skilled, really at her best in transition. And even though Oklahoma State scored on the last possession, Tech's still trying to push and get something in their secondary.
Mack faces up, short. Brewer with the board. Deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Raiders as we update our what to watch for here tonight.
Well, pace and space. I think that you could give an A to Texas Tech, Coach Stallings, even though they only scored 34 points in the first half. It's tougher to get the game going quicker on the road, and they've made good decisions. In Oklahoma State, nice steal by Fields right there, but a third Cowgirl score so far. They're getting that from D'Souza.
Fields makes it a two-point game. stolen and then fouls Asbury.
Couple really good defensive possessions back-to-back from Oklahoma State. You get the run through in the prior possession. And here it is right here. Nice job of running through, attacking the rim.
Cowgirls could tie or take the lead this trip down. Mack open, ties it at 43.
Nice job of Mack right there, because you had Brewer on Gray, and that was a rare time this game where Mack had a size advantage on the offensive end.
Brewer steps out and shoots a three. It's off the mark. Here come the Cowgirls. And they are on top. 15-9 run to start the third. Cowgirls lead 45-43. You're watching Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
Had 2 points off turnovers in the first half, and there's 4 quick ones. Back in Stillwater, where Oklahoma State on a little mini run, defense producing offense. There's Fields with the run through that we talked about on the side out of bounds play, and then Brewer takes a shot here that you would rather her take the three, but watch Oklahoma State push it. There's D'Souza to Asbury, the playmaker, and then downhill right to Mack. So there's 4 quick points off turnovers. Oklahoma State only had 2 the entire first half. And for a team that at times can certainly struggle in the half court offensively, one way to help that is to turn up the pressure on the defensive end.
Both Asbury and Gray have 5 assists apiece, and the Cowgirls with 13 assists, just 4 turnovers here tonight, and they're 7 of 9 in the field here in the second half. Gray misses. Rebound by Tech. Let's check in with Jessica.
Guys, Coach Littell very animated in that last huddle. He asked all the girls, what is the difference? And he said it is the pressure. That's what's been the difference in this second half for the Cowgirls. He also said their shot selection has been much better. He told them they've got to just go out there and play their butts off. The kind of pressure that they have right now is reminiscent of earlier in the year when they were getting big wins over teams in the non-conference, guys.
Yeah, Oklahoma State's perimeter defenders out there right now, Fields and Asbury and D'Souza. I mean, they're all very good defenders that have some athleticism and quickness. You can contain and yet still pressure, and Oklahoma State doing a better job of that.
Time out of the floor, we're tied at 45 here in Stillwater. 4:41 to go in the third at GIA.
Make dinner time better spent with the performance of a natural gas range and rebates from Oklahoma Natural Gas.
I can't think of a better place to go for a more dedicated group of people who are invested in our students achieving their goals. Whether it's become a doctor or hospital administrator or a researcher, I really enjoy knowing that what we do and the programs that we put in place change the lives of other people.
Requesting time off? Well, that's a pain.
Clocking in should be easy, right?
First I have to print a
Wrong.
form, fill it
I
out,
think I'm
and then
getting
give it to my
carpal tunnel
manager
from
to sign,
stapling
and then take it over
receipts
HR
to expense reports.
I wish I had 10 more passwords at work.
My HR app is user unfriendly.
It's frustrating.
I'm Coach Mike Boynton with Oklahoma State University. With approximately 700 Oklahomans waiting for a life-saving transplant, I encourage everyone across the state to make the important decision to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor. So check your driver's license for the Little Red Heart. If it's not there, visit lifeshareok.org and join the registry today. I have the Little Red Heart. Do you?
We build cowboys. First, give them space. Expose them to new things. Show them it's not about them, it's others before self. Allow them to fall. Ouch. Show them how to get back up. Dust off. Ignite curiosity so it burns bright. Brighter. Whoa, that's bright. Teach them to lead with their heads and their hearts. Let them get carried away with big dreams to impact the world well beyond their 4 years. That's how we build cowboys.
Did you know you can download the Disney Plus app right now and start streaming the best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic ad-free and wherever, whenever you want them? For more, go to DisneyPlus.com. 45-45 our score, 4:41 to go in the third, and out of the timeout, the Cowgirls regain the lead on a bucket by Mack.
Yeah, Jim Littell, notorious for coming out of timeouts with good stuff on the offensive end, particularly on an underneath out-of-bounds play.
Short on the three, and numbers for the Cowgirls. And how about that move inside? Second really nice basket she's made here in the third.
Well, good defense. You get the three, the defensive stop, you push, advance the ball up the sideline, and there's Asbury. A good job of getting to Fields. Fields, nice strong move right there. Obviously, Oklahoma State, they got a little something going right here with this 5-point lead. They're not letting Brewer have anything she wants through the last 2 or 3 possessions, and then able to push the ball in transition.
Little reach inside called on Natasha Mack. into Brewer. Short this time. Texas Tech gets an offensive rebound or two and puts it back. That's Gordon.
Nice job of Gordon right there. Continue to stay with him. She's playing really well lately. Had 17 points against Baylor, and then Iowa State the other day, 16 points.
Gray drives and delivers. Cowgirls back up 5, and if you'd have told Jim Littell his top scorer would have 8 points at this point of the ball game, I don't think he'd like where he was.
But the other side of it is 6 assists, no turnover. Again, Vivian Gray makes the right play. I mean, her numbers, shooting numbers, are not great when you look on her paper this year. But that's not fair to her. She just had to take a lot of tough shots on a team that has struggled offensively. That's not really who she wants to be. She can make the right play, but you got to run it through her, Mike, because she puts so much pressure on those opposing defenses. They know if you sleep on her, she can light you up in a heartbeat.
Foul called on Mack. Her second. D'Souza picks up her first. Texas Tech just 1 of 6 from 3 here in the third after hitting half of them, half their attempts in the first half. Too high for even Brewer to reach. Turnover, Texas Tech.
You know, Cassidy DeLapp has done a really nice job when she's been in there in terms of positioning on Brewer. I mean, it is hard work, but she's understood when to be high side, when to be half man around, and when you would want to play behind, depending on where Brewer is. And Mack relies so much defensively on her athleticism, and DeLapp more of a position defender, and you saw it on that last possession.
.222 remaining here in the third. Cowgirls inbound from underneath their own hoop. D'Souza a little bit short that time. Here comes Texas Tech. And a carry. 11th turnover on the Lady Raiders.
I saw the carry out front. I didn't see all of that right there, Mike. That was dominoes right there.
Gray kicks out. 3 from the wing. Won't go. Lady Raiders with a rebound. Brewer drives, spins, runs into a defender, and a held ball called, and that's Fields again with great defense on the help side.
Oklahoma State, not a lot of separation right now. Remember, down 4 going into half. Big reason that they've been able to capture the lead back has been on that defensive end of the floor.
Asbury gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds.
And Marlene Stallings has had to manage that point guard position. Keep in mind that both Carr and Adams 3 personal fouls. And so she's, in a sense, just buying her time by going with Adams, who's very capable. Or Johnson, rather, excuse me. He's very capable. It'll be interesting to see what she does in terms of the final 10 minutes with Clark.
Gray around Brewer, and Brewer knocks it out of bounds.
Well, Brewer, the best shot blockers in the country right there. The moment you think you've turned the corner, it's a good job of recovering and blocking that shot of Gray.
D'Souza. 18 points for Clayton D'Souza, and the Cowgirls lead it by 7.
That's a big shot, because also if Oklahoma State gets a stop here, shot clock differential in the game clock, they'll get one more look at
it. Kick out, Gray. Six ticks left. Gray drives. And nothing doing at the horn, but an outstanding third for the girls from Stillwater.
Well, a third Cowgirl score has showed up tonight. D'Souza, second tray of the game, puts Oklahoma State up 8.
Welcome back to Big 12 Now on ESPN+. Cowgirls with their largest lead of the night, up 8, 55-47 as we get set to embark on the fourth. And Brendan, here's a look at the Cowgirls' resume.
Yeah, obviously, time has run out in terms of Oklahoma State buying their time to accumulate more wins. But although they're 5-9 in the league, and we touched on it in the open, as of today, their RPI mid-40s, which is very good. Strength of schedule, top 10. And that's why that RPI is where it is. And so a path, if Oklahoma State were to pull off tonight and beat this good Texas Tech team, for them to continue to get wins. They go to Kansas, they got K-State in here, who, by the way, is playing really well. And then you go to Texas, but Texas certainly susceptible to losses. So it's really right in front of Oklahoma State, Mike, and the opportunity is still there. And Jim Littell and his staff and players know how important this final 9:25 is.
Just the 6th turnover on Oklahoma State here tonight. Brewer gets the offensive board, but contested shot. Mack up and under, won't go. 3 from the wing. A little strong for Texas Tech, getting some offensive rebounding production, and then the three-pointer is good.
And the 9th three-pointer of the year for Brewer. And last year she made 34 of those, has not attempted as many. That's a big basket right there, because Tech has struggled in the half-court offensively as of late.
Gray fouled, and Brewer incidentally just 3 of 8 from the field here in the second half, but that 3 big to cut their deficit to 5.
Now, they've done a much better job of getting into the lap of Brewer, and then right there, little broken floor, Brewer popping up high, and as we mentioned, has that ability. But I would rather her take those type of shots than the shots she was getting in the first half. Oklahoma State's made a nice adjustment, and it's paying off so far.
Gray now with 52 consecutive double-figure games, gets to 10 on the night. A reach called on Oklahoma State.
This is a tough lineup to defend, when you're playing Texas Tech, because you have Adams and Johnson and Carr's ability to shoot and take you off the bounce. You have Gordon that really stretches it, and then obviously Brewer inside. You have very good one-on-one defense with all 5 of your personnel out there for Jim Littell.
Dennis running the offense this trip down. Gray drives and kicks. D'Souza dumps it back down. Gray turns, fires long. Carl reset. With it down low, and Brewer loses it out of bounds.
I like what they run around Brewer, though. And right there was a couple different options, post-up opportunities, one on the block and then one mid-post right there. And Brewer is so good at getting that position. Fortunately for Oklahoma State, she turns it over.
Mack draws the contact. That's the first personal on Brittany Brewer. Mack steps to the free throw line, 66% on the season.
Such a much different flow to this game than it was in Lubbock. And I don't mean just with the way Tech torched Oklahoma State offensively, those 23s, and then Brewer having 30. It's just the pace of it. Oklahoma State's done a nice job of having the defense help them score and control pace here. Much easier to do that at home. And the way that this game has been played has been more of an advantage for Oklahoma State.
Good help defense again by Fields. She's made a big difference on the defensive end.
You know, with a lot of freshmen, it's the offensive end that they have a feel for and not the defensive end. But with both Fields and Micah Dennis, those 2 freshmen are defenders first. And that's why they've played heavy minutes for Oklahoma State this year.
the circle. Off the back rim, no good. Gray tickles the twine from the three-point line. The lead's a dozen for Oklahoma State. Cowgirls lead at 62-50. 6:19 to go in the fourth.
Never eat popcorn like during the game. I don't know what's going on.
I'll get it stuck in my throat and start coughing or something. That's why you don't see me eating it. It's all right. I feel like you're at the movies. Welcome back. Cleaton D'Souza with a career high. She's got a double-double and 19 points, 10 of those coming here in the second half.
Yeah, how about that? 19 and 11 so far for the senior. Very good defender, solid. You can rely on her in terms of energy, athleticism. But tonight, the big bonus for Jim Littell and his staff has just been what she's done on the offensive end. I mean, look at those numbers right there. As you mentioned, Mike, first career double-double. 19 points on 12 shots. That's about as efficient as you can get.
Well, he's been in search of a third scorer all season long, and D'Souza has answered the horn here tonight. Good possession there by Tech.
Yeah, nice job right there of Gordon. You have to extend out on her because of her ability to shoot the three. But smart, strong drive, and a big possession coming out of the timeout.
Still 5.5 to go. Dennis drives, dumps it off to Mack. And Natasha Mack has 20.
It's been over and over again when Mack has scored. It's been Oklahoma State players getting downhill, attacking the rim, and drawing Brewer to them. And it's allowed for the dump downs.
Fields picks up her second. three-point opportunity for the Lady Raiders.
This is nice right here because it looks like Fields has her cut off, but then you see Fields come up and relax just a little bit. You know, you've got to continue to move your feet the entire time, and Gordon just willed her way to the contact and the finish. And another big basket from the junior.
82% free throw shooter completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way, and it's back to a single-digit deficit for Texas Tech. But just for a second.
There you go. Turn the corner. And bring Brewer up the floor a bit. Dump down to Mack. That's pretty good offense.
Three from the wing. Won't go. Rebound Oklahoma State.
And I thought Jim Littell would do that. He's right in front of us, but after that board, 11-point lead, clock ticking, he slows Oklahoma State down right here.
Mack. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cowgirls. Tucker back on.
And watch this pick and roll. See, you bring Brewer up the floor. A nice job of Mack making herself available in that little window for Gray to thread the needle. That's 7 assists for Vivian Gray here tonight.
Lady Raiders come away with the loose ball. Empty possession that time for Tech.
And smart Oklahoma State young guards right there, and Dennis and Fields to slow it up.
Great kick out for three. And D'Souza drains it. She's got 22.
Hey, and why not? Third three-point shot. Three-point make, I should say, of the game for D'Souza. Came in with just 6 on the season.
And a foul from about 17 feet as the shot went up. And free throws coming up for Texas Tech.
Yeah, coming in 6 of 23 from three-point range. If you didn't know any better, I mean, you think she was a sharpshooter, and she certainly is tonight.
Tucker at the line for Texas Tech. .5'11" freshman from Hawthorne, California.
And if this is a make right here, you have to be cognizant of pressure from Tech. And 3 minutes left. Darlene Stallings got to take some chances on the defensive end.
Go get it.
Get it to Gray. And Tucker whistled for the personal foul.
It's like deja vu all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice job of Gray. I mean, didn't get it on the first try, but continued to whittle her way down the lane right there once again.
Carr answers for Tech. Jim Littell beckoning Vivian Gray to use all of the shot clock on this possession. Nearly has it stolen. That's the 4th team foul here in the 4th quarter. This one called on Gordon, so one more, and the Cowgirls will be shooting free throws.
And each of those fouls occurred under 20 seconds on the shot clock. New rule in college basketball, the shot clock will reset back to 20.
And there's the 5th team foul. So free throws the rest of the way for Oklahoma State. Minute 50 to go. They lead by 13. And Mack makes the first. Makes them both. Coach Patel calls timeout. His team up 15 with 1:50 to go. So we alluded to the resume earlier for Oklahoma State. Let's revisit this and show you what lies ahead for the Cowgirls.
Yeah, big win tonight, assuming they handle the last 150 in a positive manner. And there's your remaining schedule. At Kansas on Saturday, and then a K-State team that beat Iowa State tonight, coming in playing very well next Tuesday night in Gallagher-Iba. And then you go to Texas. But all, certainly if Oklahoma State were to play well, a chance to win. And coaches don't project, and they don't have these discussions with their players, but you and I can, right? Of course. So that would certainly put them in good position to go to the NCAA tournament, get that large bid. Because of the strength of schedule you saw there, their RPI in the mid-40s. And some positive things, but you got to start stacking W's. And tonight, a good start for Oklahoma State.
And Gray turns it over for the first time tonight.
8 assists, 1 turnover.
They've done a good job, Oklahoma State has, in defending Brewer in the second half.
Yeah, 18 first half points on 9 of 15 shooting. Here in the second half, she has 7 points, but that's on 11 shots, right? So she's 8 shots, 11 shots. You would know, I'm a financial advisor, no numbers. Can't see. But anyway, 3 of 11 shooting the second half,
right,
to get those 7 points.
D'Souza just 57% from the line, but everything's been going her way tonight. 12th rebound, tied her career high. The 22 points make it 23, is a career high. Under a minute to go, as the Cowgirls are going to exact some revenge for that 30-point setback in West Texas at the beginning of the month. D'Souza. Contested, and that will get the Cowgirls their 15th win.
Yeah, good win. And Tech